So it's 2 years and I'm still here. I've not done my graduation. So why am I still here? I'm still awaiting graduation after 2 years in the UK. Okay, so so I came to the UK in September 2021, and it's already 2 years. It was September 10. So I'm kind of due for graduation, isn't it? Generally, we have the idea that master's program generally in the UK, they are around 1 year. Some of them are more than one, but they are really scarce and not popular. So when I was doing my applications, I had that same idea. So I applied to numerous schools. Me and you know that we were always looking for scholarship, achievement scholarship, Commonwealth scholarship and all that. So we would have done all these applications, and when the result of the scholarship application comes, you will know which one you are going with. But in my own case, I just decided I will not be waiting for scholarships. It's something that I can sponsor myself. So that was there, but I wasn't really keen on it because I was busy. I run a facility, a hospital in Nigeria, so I was already busy, and I can tell you that I was satisfied, highly satisfied. So after a few years, I guess, I decided that, okay, if I'm not going to go into residency, can I at least maybe run a master course in Nigeria? Probably public health. And I went myself to collect the form, and I was picked. I wrote the exam, the English exam and all that. So I started masters in University of Ibadan in Nigeria, which was supposed to be 1 year 6 months. That's 18 months. But COVID-19 came, and was that ASUU strike, because it wasn't COVID-19. Some universities were still trying to function, doing Zoom online classes during COVID-19. But because of ASUU strike, in Nigeria, we lost that opportunity of technological development. We couldn't do it. So we still did our exams after COVID and all that, but it was dragging, and there was no support anywhere. You have to be the one to run after lecturers and all that to be able to get anything done. That was the height of it. That was when I decided, okay, let me see all these admissions that I've been deferring. Yeah, I was deferring them. Let me see if there's any one of them that I could actually jump on and do my master's. So I started looking, and okay, we're discussing, will I be able to afford London School of Hygiene and Tropical Medicine, or should I pick Liverpool University, or should I pick this and that? I had, I think, like maybe 3 or 4 admissions then that I was looking forward to, when somebody brought the social work master's to me in my office in Ibadan. So I looked at it. Okay, it's in line with what I believe. It's in line with my work as an NGO worker, and I love what I do. And I also have an hospital where we manage pregnant women and their families. So I love the idea of the social work, and the fact that it's going to answer most of my questions about Nigeria's social structure. When you have people that are dying and there's nobody to call on to, nobody to reach out to, you cannot call government officials to help anybody. They are also human beings that are trying to survive on their own. So there's no structured social support. So I was just interested. It was really intriguing to me. And I checked the website and said, okay, let me put in an application. And so I checked the course online on the online platform, and I have made my applications. I checked it. I looked at it. It was good. I saw the placement. I saw the content of the course and everything, and I was fine. I was okay. This is a good one. Nobody told me how it's going to be like. Don't get me wrong. I Googled. I watched YouTube videos and all that concerning the school, because when you're still in Nigeria, you don't really know much about the circumstance and the environment, unlike now that you have more than enough information online. So I checked online, I checked YouTube, I knew what I was getting into. I thought it was just like our own in Nigeria. And let me see, when I say our own in Nigeria, you know what I mean. In Nigeria, most of us just want professional development. We just want to get additional certificate. we're not really looking at, okay, can I use this master's to transform into another career, or do I want to use this master to work? Most of us, we don't want to use the masters to work. We already have jobs. We just want to have masters in addition to our certificate that we already have. Another reason why people do masters in Nigeria is to while away time. Yes, for those that are not working, or they are not satisfied with the level where they are, or their parents have money and they don't want to be wasting away while they look for jobs, while they search and continue to search for jobs. They do masters in order to bridge the gaps so that they don't continue to waste time. The same goes for PhD. Some people, when they finish their masters, they go for PhD in order to be able to still continue to save the time. If you are sitting down looking for job hunting, going up and down without anything doing, you'll just be feeling like you are wasting away. Whereas it's not the same way here. When you go for academics, whether undergraduates or masters, here the goal is for you to use it for something. Immediately you are rounding off, they're already telling you where you can use your masters, where you can use your BSc, where you can be applicable, so you will know how you are going to use your masters. Or like when I was in public health in University of Ibadan, we have no clue. The only thing I think that was clear is that at least we can work in research. We can do research, you can, probably lecture and all that. But I don't think most people are looking up to that. People just want to get a master's. So that was the mentality that I had before coming. I just want to come and collect the certificate. Not knowing that I was coming into real work, drilling. Oh, I'm telling you, it was it was hard. It was because I finished. I finished. I survived. Okay. In Nigeria, we lack professionalism. People that are working, they don't pay attention to much. Your lecturers don't just want to lecture and go their way. If you ask too much question or you want to see them privately, it's each is problem. And people are not care center. They don't care whether you have jobs or you don't have jobs. They don't want to use their connections for you when you are not their daughter or you're their son. People don't, the schools, they don't have plans for you to get employed. They don't connect with employers. I did what's that, internship or placement or attachment, so that at least you can relate with what I'm saying. I did that in Nigeria with an organization from public health department. Nobody checked on me. Nobody cared whether I went or I did not go. Nobody cared whether I have money for transportation or not. Nobody marked attendance. In the place where I was doing the attachment, they have like sign in, sign out, that people that are coming in and out are having, but that doesn't apply to the school really. Nobody cares. Yeah. So it's not the same here. People will care whether you are working or you are not working. People will care whether you attend or you are, even if you are not, you are kind of going to be hurting yourself, because eventually you will need references, you will need support from that place where you are supposed to be doing your internship or attachment. So you have to take it serious. So what I'm trying to say is that it's a serious matter. It's not a joke. So I was here. I thought it's just the same, first 3 months lectures, Monday till 5. Some people are lucky when they even come for the 1 year master's course. They only go to classes maybe once or twice a week. For this course, it's Monday to Friday, 8 to 4. Was it even 4 or 5? I think it's around 4. Because we have lunch around that 12 or 1, depending on lecturer. But it's a whole day thing. That's what I'm saying. So every day, consistently for that first semester. And the assessment was writing essays and all that, like every other course in the UK, really. But the placement is like real job. Yes, there's no playing around. You will resume and close like you are working just the same way people that are there are working. Nobody told me that. Nobody enlightened me. And written content on a website cannot justify the exact thing that you're going to experience. It's far different. So when reality dawned on me, oh God, I had to sit down and decide, okay, am I going to drown or am I going to swim? Then what exactly do I need in order to swim and survive? So I had to sit down. Okay, when I go to placement in the morning, 8 to 5, the second placement was 8 to 5 because it's like normal 8:30 to 5. It's 7.5 hours per day. So you have to just oppose it. And this job, you might still have to do some visits after working hours. Like after that 5 o'clock, you still have some visits to be done to families, to children. During the day, if you need to go to a child's school, you can go to a child's school to go and visit the child. But if you are going to go to the family house, it's probably going to be after school hours. So it could be around that 4. Most schools close 3:15, 3 o'clock, and families want to go from home to school, from school back home. They'll promise, okay, let's say 4:30. Oh, I might not be available by 4:30. Let's say 5. That's when you'll be driving there, and the assessment can take an hour or 1.5 hours, and for you to get back home to your own house, it might take another 30 minutes. So let's say sometimes you'll still be working till around 7:30. And it's also advisable that you update the system after you have completed the assessment, so that somebody will know tomorrow that you have done the visit today. So after you're done, when you get home, you may still have to open your computer and still update it that you've completed the visit. You might not have to write everything that happened in the visit, but it has do you have to write? Because the calendar will not show that you have written it. It's the writing that will show that you have completed it. So sometimes I still have to write. The visit is not something that is that elaborate, but you might still have to spend like 30 minutes to 45 minutes writing and ensuring that you write the writing, correcting, typographical errors. And the way it is it right, is it wrong, am I good, am I not good, it will still be there. So it's demanding and consuming. Yes, it was really crazy. So I had to sit down, okay, what exactly do I need to be able to survive and make this work when it was getting here? So I decided, okay, when I go to placement during the day, I'll do family time, feeding and all that with my family. Then in the night, maybe around 8 o'clock, 8:30, I'll carry my bag and go to the library. So in the library in the evening, I'll be able to do the write-ups, update the system, and if there's anything, in our placement, the way it works, you still have your student work that you'll be doing. You still have to schedule meeting with your supervisors and all that. So all the admin work that are personal, you might not be able to do them when you are doing placement. Placement time is for placement. That's what my supervisor used to say. So your student work, your personal thing, you have to do it at your own personal time. So you still need to be able to do all those arrangements. All those people that are doing social work, they understand what I'm saying. You will not get it except you are there. So I use my evening to sort out all those other bits. That was how I was able to survive both 70 days placement and 100 days placement. Yeah, it was draining. Monday to Friday, draining. As an extra hour, draining. And even your weekend that you think is your weekend, you might still be trying to quickly write up an assessment or try to prepare your direct observation sheet or try to prepare this, prepare that, maybe for the next week. So that's how consuming it was. But I'm here. I survived. I survived though. So 2 years has passed, and I'm graduating this month. Yes, I'm graduating this month. I will tell you that it's so worth it. It is worth it. It's stressful but worth it, because almost everybody in my class, we've been able to secure jobs. So we've been able to get sponsorship, we've been settled, we didn't have to worry so much, though it's still the same process of job applications, job hunting and all that, interview process and all that, but it was easy. And before you graduate, you already have jobs, and because you already have job offers, you have to put in even more extra efforts in order to ensure that you get that certificate. Because some people believe that you don't need the certificate. You need the certificate for professional level of work. Care jobs and all that, you might not need certificate, but if you want to work at a professional level, which is far better than care work, you need that your certificate. Yes, it helps in transitioning into another career entirely. I came here to just collect master certificates, but I got into another profession entirely, and it's really worth it. It's beautiful. If I'm going to be telling you about social work, it's going to be another video, because if I start that, I will not finish this video. So I finished the 2 years course, and my graduation is this month. Yay! It's so worth it, and I really loved it. I love the experience. I appreciate the opportunity. It's really good. It's a good one. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in another video. Okay.